ups and downs there, and that team kept battling. What
Yep.
got you to the finish line?
Yeah, hey, mission accomplished. We got the W, like I told them in the locker room. But we had stretches where we did some really, really nice things, and we had some stretches that were kind of make you scratch your head a little bit. So just kind of one of those games.
Was the 3-point D having to scratch your head? It looked like in the first half, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's just like that. It's more the rotations and the understanding what we're trying to do defensively that might lead to an open 3-pointer. So.
Good to see Benny get back on track with the 3-ball, especially too.
Yeah. There was it was nice to see him get going. It was nice to see Graham get going. I mean, that's a huge line, especially I thought he really got going on the glass in the second half. And we got the flu kind of running through us. There's several guys that played tonight that were feeling great. They had the same thing, so it's just kind of one of those games.
I've been with you for a few weeks too.
Not the actual flu, but yeah. But I mean, this one seems to be a little bit stronger, knocking some guys down.
You pretty optimistic for Mike to be able to play on in June to be available by Saturday, or?
I have no idea if he just got it today, so we'll deal with that on Saturday.
Any more, Coach? Coach, they were really harassing Graham EK down low. I mean, they just sent him to the line so many times, it seemed like. When you guys play on Saturday against Washington State, they have a lot of length. Is it one of those things where it's like you expect that from the Cougs too, to do that to Graham EK?
I mean, I think a lot of people do that to Graham EK. I mean, he generates a lot of attention. Guys have a lot of doubling schemes against him and B. Huff, and I don't think it was that different than maybe what Portland did or some of these other teams do. They're good players. They're hard to guard one-on-one, so they create double teams, and that's why it makes it important our guys on the perimeter are shot ready, and it's going to create open shots. But I also thought we did a good job. We were kind of that had us a little stagnant in the first half, and then we spread out and just kind of let the guards start kind of driving and kicking, and thought that gave us a little different look in the second half.
What more do you see out of Greg's performance when you're ready to be deep and 9 for 12 from the field, real efficient night for him?
Who's that?
Oh, with Big
Oh,
Greg.
yeah. No, hey, look, even his misses during this stretch have been, popcorning out and close. So for the most part, so both him and Mike, look, they just need to shoot their ways out of it, and I think he's done that. I think Mike did a good job of just flying around and making some plays to get the ball to go in. So, we need him. And Ben had to play a lot of extra minutes tonight, so I think that was, taxing on him. And these guys were spreading him out, and he was chasing a lot of little guys around, or perimeter guys. So that was a challenge. But I think he contributed like he normally does in all sorts of ways. With his leadership, his hustle, his toughness, his offensive rebounding, all of that.
Sure, you'll start watching more film of WSU tonight or tomorrow, but just what about the job David's done there with a pretty shorthanded roster the last few months?
Yeah, he's done an amazing job, and they play so they're kind of fearless. They're very, very physical. They're smart. They play like a really old team, and they look like they've played together a long time. So he's done a good job putting them, in a system where that kind of accentuates that, and they can really, it looks like watching them, they really frustrate some of the teams that they play. So we're going to have to be physically tough and mentally tough. But he's done a wonderful job.
Mark, you were just down there before the fires hit down in LA a couple times. You check on your USA basketball guys, or any?
You're
coaching friends.
Yeah, they're not. Ty's
not
not
in there.
around any of that stuff, but I know Steve grew up in Palisades, so and some of the other guys who helped us, Chip Inglet, who helped us this summer, or both summers, he grew up in Palisades, so and then on the drive up, you guys made the drive up on the PCH, all those landmark restaurants and houses and everything you see all the way up there. I just can't even fathom. So close to the ocean they could burn like that. It's just awful. And hearts and prayers go out that everybody gets out of it safe, and then just start building it back. But awful deal.
Coach, you're renewing the rivalry with Washington State. Is there anything that stands back out to you from looking back at some of those games against WSU?
No, not really. I mean, not that I can think of.
How much will it help with some of those students being back, and obviously they're going to bring some fans up here. It's going to be pretty rocking energy back in here. Maybe not as much tonight.
Yeah, no, hey, listen, it's always like this every year. I think that it's nice to get other people in the gym here that maybe don't have a chance, but obviously when the students are in here, it's a very different atmosphere and very different, just building's louder, but it's also, like I said, it gets you going instead of you having to get it going. So, you know, we have to deal with this every year, and we're able to get through it. But now, you know, we'll have the normal kennel feel here for the rest of these home games, so that'll be great.
Thanks, Coach.